This is my Soeks geiger counter radiation detector, and I'm going to be using it just to check the radioactivity of a few radioactive items I have here. None of them are particularly dangerous. This is a thorium gas mantle. They do say not to handle them with bare hands, but I mean, people have done it for years. I have 2 americium-241 pellets out of a smoke alarm, a uranium glass marble, some thorium oxide powder, which I made by getting about 5 of these and heating them in a crucible with a blowtorch. And this here is actually a neutron source. It's got 8 americium pellets sellotaped to the back of a piece of beryllium. This meter can't detect neutrons, and the ones that do cost an absolute fortune. Plus the neutrons coming off there's only very few, and they'll be high energy neutrons, so they need to be moderated before you could detect it. It's a neat little meter. I mean, it can run on ordinary alkaline cells, AAA, or nickel metal hydride cells, and it's got a USB charging port, a mini one for the recharging of the nickel metal hydride. Of course, you can set whether it's got accumulators or standard alkaline batteries in it. It's fully charged, and this actually got nickel metal hydride batteries in it now. You can change the backlight colour, you can change the threshold setting to when the alarm comes on. And it's a measure, so you got your main menu, you got units are in sieverts, it's English language obviously, settings information, what's the version, units, yeah, so go back to the menu, press measure. It's saying high because it's quite close to these. If I bring it away, the 2 bars are the refresh rates, which, you know, it's how accurate it is. It's saying high because it's in close proximity to these. So we'll start with the thorium gas mantle. As soon as I place this next to it, it actually goes 4.53 microsieverts per hour, and it's saying dangerous because it's obviously, let's let that green bar refresh rate another. It's gone up to 14 now. Obviously, the more it refreshes, the more accurate the reading is. In shot a bit better. It's still saying 14. It's probably the highest it's gonna read. So take that away. And when that refreshes, that should go back down to background, but it takes a while for it to. So you got the arrow on the corner there, which states that the radiation is actually dropping down. There you go, back down to 0.33, that's normal. So now we try the thorium oxide in the glass container. The glass is probably blocking quite a bit of it because these are low energy gamma rays. The meter can't pick up alpha particles, and the alpha will be stopped by the glass anyway. .33 microsieverts per hour. That's probably about the highest that's going to go. So that's them 2 done. Just let it refresh back to normal. So I picked this up off eBay. I think it was just over £100. I bought it. It's actually come from Russia. It's actually made in Russia, and it's quite light. I did take it abroad with me on the aeroplane. I mean, there was nothing to say you couldn't take a geiger counter on the aeroplane, so we did. When we went to Ibiza in the summer, so I turned the bleeper off because you don't want it bleeping when you're on the plane, and it actually went, I can't remember off the top of my head, but it went into the red once we reached cruising altitude. You know, as we took off, as we started to climb, it went from green to yellow and then to red, and it stayed on the red all the way at cruising altitude. And as soon as we descended again, then it went back to yellow, and when we got on the ground, back to green again. So yeah, you are exposed to quite high levels of radiation on an aircraft. I was really surprised. It's still saying red now. It's probably picking up some of the gammas off there. But if we put the that's where the detection, the geiger Muller tube is, just along there. So it's saying high with the uranium glass. So it's not. It's not really producing much, the uranium glass. So now we'll try a these are 0.9 microcuries each. These are small pellets of smoke alarm. I'm going to leave them in the bag. The amount of americium inside these is like picograms. I mean, if you got every single smoke alarm that was ever created in the world, you wouldn't have enough americium to still be of any danger really. It's good at 10. That's with 2 of them. So now we'll try this, and like I said, these are primarily alpha emitters, but the meter can't pick up alpha, and so I mean the alpha will be stopped by the plastic bag anyway. And the beryllium would actually block the alphas and would actually be firing out high energy neutrons. But so hold that to there. This should actually go, because there's 8 of them. It's picking up the gamma ray. It's 10. To 17. That's gone quite high. That has. 21. I think the meter itself goes up to about 300, so obviously radiation of that level would be quite dangerous. I mean, it's staying dangerous, but 23 microsieverts per hour, it's still quite low. It's not an immediate threat to health or anything. It's otherwise I wouldn't be holding it here like this with my hand. 25. There's something interesting. I have some TIG welding electrodes. Now these are made from tungsten doped with thorium oxide. It's generally about 2%. Got some. You'll see it. There you go. It's 2%, 2.4 millimeter diameter, 2% thorium. There you go, 2% thor. So if we open these up, I'll take all the red tipped ones out because they'll eat. Didn't make the package. So most of my red tips. See, I've used these quite often, so some of the paint's come off and hold these here. They are trying to phase thoriated tungsten. There goes, gone to 3.06. They're trying to phase these thoriated tungstens out by using other types of stuff like lanthanium and cerium, but none of them are any good really for welding stainless and mild steels. They don't hold the sharp point on them long enough. You keep having to take them out the TIG torch, regrind them. Thoriated ones, they're the best TIG welding tungstens you can get, but unfortunately they are radioactive. Yeah, 3.07. Right, I think that'll do for this video, and take care, and I'll see you, or you'll see me around some other time. Right, how do I stop this?